All you gotta do is just take the drums from the MPC. That's it. Especially if you got an SP and you're looking for drums. Why are you gonna take all that time trying to load drums? Just sample them in. It's a sampler anyway. Easy peasy. What's going on, guys? It's your brother OTG. The OTG's for Overtime Grind. Charles Paris. Hardly seen, but I'm always around. And today I have two very dirty machines, my MPC-1 and my SP-404 MK2. And then we are using them in tandem today. I have the MPC-1 feeding into the SP-404 MK2. And what I am going to do is sample my drums into my SP-404 instead of loading drums into SP-404. And what we're going to do is we're going to process them while we take them in. So you can see that's what I'm doing now. I loaded a random kit. You know, I'm sending some reverb over. Boom. I'm going to go over to my drum effects. We're going to go crazy and add a bunch of the bass effect because then we can mess with it in the SP. You know, I got the snare, but I might add some highs to it already so I don't have to mess around with it later. So we'll go over here in our MPC. Boom, we'll grab that. Make sure we're not armed. Come over, get our Q link over in the third row. Turn the highs up real high. Record that in, boom. And we got our shaker. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. So look, right now we have all of this stuff loaded up. We got 6 drum sounds, and that's all we really need. I have a sample already chopped. So I'm going to go through and turn the gate off on all those samples and just let them play. You know, I might do some gain staging or something and see how they sound. Like, I feel like the hi-hat shaker is too loud. Listen, guys, go down in my description right now. I just got the Dynamic Duo Masterclass, which is the MPC-1 and the SP-404 MPC SP class together. You could get all the classes, all the stuff I have, you could get that together. I also made a drum app that gives you drum patterns. You know, go check that out. It's free. A bunch of free resources, a bunch of new packs starting at $7.99 all the way up. And, you know, for those that are serious, I got a producer package over there that you know, I'll help you with your branding and everything else. So look, now we got a pattern going. Let's go through and just throw our sounds on in regular places or random places. Let's just say the usual suspects, right? And this is our custom drum kit that we just made. With the effects and things that we've added, some pitch work. It's our kit now, punk. And you can see that quick, especially if you have something to sample into the SP-404, how quickly you can actually get started. You get what I mean? Using that TR Rec to get your hi-hats and your clap, or just getting some kind of rhythm started, is a cheat code. And you can always come back in and play your kick in a more natural place maybe after you choose your sample, maybe after you play your sample in, whatever the case may be. That's how I like to work. Right now, these are just the chops of the sample, so you can see I have gate on. The gate will give you that kind of human feel, because each time you might hold the button a little bit longer or come in a little bit earlier. I like playing my samples with the gate on versus sometimes having to do a mute group. All the people into conspiracies and things like that, I just dropped my first book. It's down there in the Gumroad. Man, I'm going into the next mode, so the beats and everything that you're about to hear, you know, it took a couple years to get this YouTube channel set up and get everything right, you know, get my branding and how I wanted everything to go, so I could go full-fledged. Now, you're here now. So, you know, everything's built out. We got a bunch of apps that I've built. You can go check some of those out. You know, if you want to learn how to make them, hit me up. If you want to support this channel and keep it going as we keep going, you know, I'm about to start giving you all kinds of content. You know, right now I'm just adding effects to our loop. It's not processed yet, but I like to kind of figure out what I'm doing sometimes and what I'm going to use. It's just my workflow on the SP. It doesn't have to be your workflow on the SP, but it's mine. You get what I mean? It's what I feel like doing right now. And for those who don't know that, that'll help you. So now we're going to use the copy stem feature. So when you copy, if you press remain, you could choose which stems you want to carry over. So we're going to make a pattern with just the kick. And then we're going to copy that and put it on another one so we can now make our second variation. And this one I'm not going to make a whole beat. You could go check out the other Roland SP-404 videos I have. You could definitely check out the masterclass. The cool thing about the SP-404 is that even with the updates, everything's built on top of core features. So anything in that masterclass, even if it was 2 years ago, is still active. And those real life situations will definitely help you. And if you got a skinny Roland SP-404, I'm telling you, go down there and check it out. I say it every video. I mean it. I'm your brother, man. I'm the only guy coming on here showing you real life workflows and different ways you could get it done. You know, so I would say that I'm also probably one of the few guys really giving you the authentic, real things that you might need or want when creating or starting or even building if you're a pro, you know. Don't let the straight through videos with minor editing fool you. I do that more to flex and just show that we could go straight through all the time, no edits, and always come up with a beat. And that's part of the whole push of the channel, is that you can too. Can too. Alright, we got a couple patterns going. So now I could just come in, fill in, get everything right, add in some different parts. And again, why I said I had that on gate is for all the samples that I'm not playing, I I could go through my my start and endpoint window and find a whole nother set of samples out of the ones that I didn't use. Arrange the kick drum a little differently and the hi-hat's different, and we got something totally new, you know what I mean? And my major tip for today is, if you have the MPC, any other sound device, always think about how you're going to utilize that in the SP-404. You could go look for drums, or it might be faster, more efficient, and give you a unique sound if you open up your MPC and start going through the expansions and putting this kick with that hat and this snare with that shaker and that tambourine with this sound to make your own sound, then process it through some effects, and now you got something with a root that started someplace else but now has evolved, right? Right now I'm using the chromatic window. That's shift and path forward. And whatever the last sound is you have selected will play chromatically or however you set it. So that's where I was at with that chop. And sometimes less is more, man. I could do a lot more. There's a lot more I could do for this, and I probably will, but the goal of the video was to show you. Sample that stuff in. Take your MPC-1, run it into your Roland SP-404 MK2. If you have a Live 2, maybe try routing your SP-404 into your Live 2, so then that way you can record whatever samples or whatever it is you have on your SP into the MPC. Always remember, that you should probably copy and keep one drum track open so you can create more. Use TRX mode to get started quickly. Man, there's a lot of different gems in this. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you hit that notification bell. And we got another one. Be out. Check out everything at the Gum Road. I appreciate you.